kamar yadda
Salamu alaikum, sunana wani kan.
sunana Awwalu Inuwa, kamar yadda kuke neman labari bisa hali da aka tsinci kai na wannan kamar yadda
Salamu alaikum, sunana wani kan.
sunana Awwalu Inuwa, kamar yadda kuke neman labari bisa hali da aka tsinci kai na wannan annoba na mace-mace, to gaskiya ne a daidai wannan lokacin an tsinci kai a hali na mace-mace, kuma wannan mace-mace annoba ce Allah ya saukar. Dama lokacin ubangiji ya so ikonsa, a kodayaushe ubangiji a cikin ikonsa yake, don haka ya saukar da wannan iko na mace-mace a daidai wannan lokaci. Insha Allah kuma muna fatan cikin taimakon ubangiji, cikin yardar ubangiji, insha Allah nan da ɗan kankanin lokaci in Allah da zai zamanto.
All right, guys. I want to believe. Kindly let me know if the audio level is okay now. It's better now. I've just fixed some stuff, and I hope it's better. Okay. No. This is not good. I just discovered it's very terrible. It's not good. Okay. So I'm changing the microphone. Sorry. I just changed the microphone now to use something else. Technology can be very, very funny at times. Okay, after all check is done. Okay, I think this is better now. Let me know if you can hear me now, if the audio is better. Okay, let's try it again. I'm trying to get it right this time. Sorry, I'm my own engineer. Yeah, it's just wow. Technology can be funny. Okay, I think it's better now. Just kindly let me know if you can hear me now. Okay, yeah, I think the audio is better now. All right. Thank you very much. Let me know if you can hear me now, guys. We're back now. Okay, so I just want to talk about, yes, we're talking about the head as well, and what you really think about the theory, whichever one it is. So, firstly, we're talking about the 5G network. Yeah, this one in particular is very interesting because of the fact that it became popular in Nigeria here when Pastor Chris Oyankilome spoke about it. We know eventually, recently, he came out to say, okay, it was completely misunderstood. That is not what he meant about the 5G network. But a quick break, guys. Okay, so about the 5G network. So it was very funny at that point, and everybody thought that, okay, 5G network is the cause of the virus, coronavirus. But the thing is that we've all agreed now that 5G is not the cause of coronavirus, because from every research and everything done by scientists so far, they've proven that the virus, coronavirus, is it's from animal. It's what they call one of those zoonotic virus, that is something from animal. And yeah, so even though we are still calm and cool about it, there are some individuals who still think that, yes, too much technology is not really good for us. Yeah, we know nothing is perfect. Technology, 4G, 3G, any G you want to think of, they all have the disadvantage. But of course, one of the disadvantage of 5G network is not to create a virus. Okay, so 5G is completely out of it, but it was a very interesting debate on social media when you get to see Nigerians who commented on this. Okay, if you are joining the network, that means you're giving me the opportunity to put you on screen. So if I can see some people have joined already, but I'm just announcing this so that you are in a very good position before I put you on screen. Because if I do so, everybody will get to see you. And then we'll start the conversation together. So meaning that I want you to be part of the show and talk about any theory, whether about the coronavirus that you like to share with us. If you believe the theory actually, and if you think differently now. So one other theory quickly is about Bill Gates. As you know, Bill Gates now one person that has spent so much on research on vaccine and of course even education, trying to make the world better. He has spent so much on malaria, especially in Africa. And now the thing just come out say, wow, Bill Gates released the virus. In case you're wondering why people thought of Bill Gates or pointed fingers at Bill Gates, it's because one, there is this video during the TED Talk. I wanted to share the video, but it's too long. We can't really take it. The technology I'm using cannot really allow for that long video, and I couldn't edit it because I'm not a pro anyway. So that Bill Gates, because some time ago, Bill Gates spoke about a virus being the major threat to the world, that nobody is paying attention to a virus, that there could be a pandemic anytime soon. And when he spoke about the pandemic, some people felt like, wow, how could you have known about it? Of everything possible in the world, how could you have thought of a pandemic coming? How did you know? So they started talking and people pointed fingers to say, oh, Bill Gates is aware, he knows about this, he knows about the coronavirus, and that is why he could think of a pandemic happening anytime soon. And here we have the pandemic. But the thing we should understand is that it has been proven Bill Gates has nothing to do with the virus. And some people pointed at Bill Gates saying that, oh, they just want to reduce life on the African continent. Why that particular theory sounds so funny, for me in particular, is the fact that if Bill Gates had wanted to reduce life in Africa or the population in Africa, if I don't do him a long time ago, and this is the reason, if he wants to reduce African population, you know, they contribute so much into towards the eradication of polio. As we know, he's one of the biggest contributors in the world. So Bill Gates spending so much money to ensure that some of us where they are alive now will not turn out to be crippled, because we know the effect of polio, that we don't turn out to be crippled. So how come that particular individual suddenly will not think of a virus will go start to kill people? Right, waiting one game to produce a vaccine, the same vaccine that they will distribute for free. So that's, I ask those who thought about that as think of Bill Gates as the cause of the virus. They probably have their reasons, but it's very wrong. They didn't get it right. And recently, you know, something came up again. Another finger pointed at Bill Gates is about the infectious disease bill at our National Assembly. You know, rumor had it that Bill Gates intend to bribe lawmakers to the tune of $10 million for them to quickly pass an infectious disease bill. So although the Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation in Nigeria has released a statement to debunk that, to say, no, this is not true. We have nothing to do with what is going on in your National Assembly. We have nothing, we have no intention to bribe anybody. So, two theories already, more theories to go. So at this point, I'm going to add, I think this should be my vicar. The face looks so much like my vicar. I'm going to add him to this stream. And of course, we'll to hear from him whatever theory he wants to share with us during the course of this lockdown and the pandemic. Whatever conspiracy theory you've heard of that. So I'm adding you to the stream now. So I hope you have something to share with us. Yeah, good evening. Venerable Fashakin. You are live. Yes, I'm right. You're welcome, sir. Okay, let me unmute your mic so we can hear you. Okay, you probably did not allow your mic, so there's no way we can hear you. If you look at the setting, you can unmute your mic. Okay, yes. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I'm
Thank
very
you.
fine. I know you are
It
relaxing.
is well. Yes. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having
You're
me as
welcome.
well. You are doing a good job. It is well
Thank you
with
very
you in
much.
Jesus.
Amen.
Well, out of the two theories, I don't believe in any theory. I only believe in God. What we are facing in the world today, I believe there is a reason for it and there is a purpose for it. It's just to shame the power, the power that being, that there is no power anywhere except for the power of God. So the power of the world has failed. Only God can save us. So if this can happen to the entire world, and there's no anywhere that is safe in the world, so we should look unto Jesus for safety. For safety. That is all what I will say for now. Whatsoever theory you people are bringing out, that one is. I'm a spiritual person. I believe, but I believe in the power of God anyway. So, as the supreme being that can see us, that knows everything that is happening, he knows the end of this pandemic anyway. So, I pray that He will see us through, and I pray that none of us will go with this pandemic in the name of
Amen.
Jesus. Thank you
Yes.
for having me, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And of course, guys, that was Venerable Victor Fashakin. He happens to be my vicar at the Anglican Church of Divine Providence here in Adeba, in Bejuleki. Okay, so guys, I've shared the link in case you like to join. Let's talk about some of this. Now, one other theory is the fact that some people claim that the coronavirus was manufactured in China by scientists in a lab, in a laboratory in China. Well, this particular one is very difficult because I'm listening to professionals, scientists speak on this particular one, and a lot of different angle and different views depending on whatever political agenda that they want to see. Because one of the things we understand about the virus again is that there are individuals who just want to spread different narrative to suit political agenda and of course economic agenda. So one of that is that the virus was intentionally created in China to destabilize other economies. Because you remember that before the outbreak of coronavirus, and even before now, there has been this economic war, what is popularly called the trade war, happening between the US and China. Because as we know already, the Chinese, they were already taking over. Talking about Africa and other economies, name one economy in the world, Chinese are involved, either in manufacturing or construction. They are almost everywhere. So then people felt like, okay, how come China could really tackle this virus in such a short period, and the number of deaths reported in China is very low compared to places like Spain, Italy, and even the United States. So they said, voila, it can't be anything else but something created intentionally by the Chinese to destroy other economies. We know presently the US, which happens to be the biggest economy in the world, we don't really know if they are still the biggest economy. They struggled so much and they are still struggling to battle the virus. Whereas every other nation, most nations are moving on already. And then, but I cannot really say if this theory is anything correct, but most people have said that it's not true, that the Chinese cannot intentionally create a virus in their own lab and release the virus to kill people. Though there are those who believe that it was not intentionally released, it was as a result of leakage in the lab. So, but there are other scientists who says this is not a man-made virus because there are viruses that are created by human, and scientists have ways that they can really test to know the origin of the virus. So at this period, it's not really safe to say that Chinese created the virus. But whatever you want to believe, you're free, because nobody has authority on this. We just have to read and ask ourselves questions that, why do I want to kill my own people? Why do we want to kill people in China and the rest? Then, do not forget that this whole story about Chinese creating the virus supported by Donald Trump, because on several occasions, Donald Trump will always talk, say, the virus is a Chinese virus. China created this virus. They have to pay for the damages and destruction that the world has experienced so far. Then another theory began in China, that the virus was created by US, that the virus is a US virus. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen any video or read any comment that says that this virus was created by the US and they intentionally exported the virus to China and ensure that the outbreaks begins in China. Now, there are so many articles I'd love to share, but I'll ask you to just go and read about some of them online. Now, there is this thing about the COVID-19 stimulus package that was recently signed by Donald Trump, a $2 trillion relief package for businesses in the US. Now, there's this US scientist, a scientist in the US, who came out to say that the US government, they know about this virus long before now, because the particular relief package, the bill that was recently signed by Donald Trump, was sent initially to the US Congress in 2018. Yes, 2018, that is when the bill was sent to the US Congress. So the bill was called the Coronavirus Relief Bill, a stimulus package. And the person said that if the government of the US does not know about a virus, how could they have really projected that in 2020 they need to pass a bill to support businesses that would be affected by pandemic? So the guy came out to say the US government definitely knows about it, and that is why they could think about sending a bill to the Congress way back, as far back as 2018. Nobody knows anything about it. You can browse about, if you go to the US Congress, you see the bill there. I'll share the link if I can. Okay, yeah, it can't come up. Yeah, the file is not really supported. It can't come up. Otherwise, I would have shared that file with you. So, and the Chinese lash onto that to continue to spread that, oh, this virus was created by the US. It's not a Chinese virus. Because according to an American, someone who is a biologist who also worked with the US Army, he said that from what he knows, that viruses can travel as far as from the US as far as China if released. So that is another theory, that this virus was created by the US. And of course, this is a common one, that it's a biological weapon. You know, people are gathering weapons all around the world to fight one another. And people believe that, wow, the coronavirus is a biological weapon. A weapon to destroy, to kill, and even destabilize the economy. So now, this will now take us to the last one, where we, the common man, comes in. And it's about vaccine. Yes. And that this virus is created for money, power, and everything, which is why so many countries are in a rush to get a vaccine for the coronavirus. Because one of the reasons is this: the virus has no known drug, approved drug for treatment. But we know so many people are recovering from this virus. So the question is that if people are recovering already due to their immune system and some drugs that that are being administered to patients who are undergoing treatment in different isolation centers in the world. Then people are asking, why are we looking for vaccines? If already people are recovering from this virus, why are we looking for vaccines? What do we need vaccines for? Some people have the opinion that, oh, okay, some pharmaceutical giants in the world, they want to create a vaccine that will in turn generate economy to whichever country that pharmaceutical company is domiciled. That if we have vaccines, demands will come from every part of the world. People will demand for this vaccine, and it means that it will be paid for. Either United Nations wants to come up with a policy, but it will also be money going into some people's purse. So people believe that the virus, it's about money. People want to make money. So they couldn't come up with something for Ebola. Remember the Ebola outbreak? Now, oh, there's need to destabilize the world again for us to reshaping the world and make more money. So fingers are pointing at pharmaceutical giants, and some people believe that they are the reasons behind the virus because they want to make more money from vaccine. So the theory is plenty, but these are just the few ones I want to share. And we have a few more minutes before we end the program already. So I'm going to leave this minute for you to join in. If you really have, I see some people have joined already, but that your video is not open means that you don't want to be part of the show. So because if I link you up, people will get to see your face and even get to hear what you want to say if you unmute your mic. So I'm not going to add you except you activate your camera so I can see your face. I know who has joined, and every other person will get to know who is talking. So yeah, at this point, for those listening to us on radio, you probably would not be able to, except you want to join using your phone. You can join in using the link. Yeah, but I cannot really take audio alone. So that is much of all the theories we have about coronavirus. But one thing is certain about this virus is that we don't really know much about the virus. And okay, we don't know much about the virus. And for the fact that we don't know much about the virus means that everybody, we are all anxious. We are not okay with what is going on. And for that reason, expect more theories to come out, expect more people to give reasons why this is not okay, expect more people to give reasons why they think it's a global conspiracy against a particular race. Because for in the US example, people are complaining, why do we have more blacks dying in the US than whites? Why are more blacks dying? So it is normal for conspiracies to abound in everything we do. But one of the big things you should know is that for every of those conspiracy theories that have to do with Antichrist, because there's one theory that says, oh, all of this is just because they will introduce a vaccine or introduce a chip that they will fix on the human body, which will serve as the mark of the beast. My brother, if you want to believe that, you are welcome. But I want to advise that you do not believe the theories that says it's a mark of the beast. I'll tell you what. If the Antichrist wants to come, it is written in the Bible already how the Antichrist will come and the activities of the Antichrist. So, but jokingly, I just want to say, if this is about a mark of the beast, let me say all of us don't get mark of the beast. I know my baker is listening, but let me say this, it's like a joke. If the mark of the beast is anything, that means your phone line could be a mark of the beast already now, because we all have phone numbers, right? So why should I implant any chip on you before I give you a mark? I know your phone number. You register your phone number using your thumbprint. Abi? So that is a mark already now. So why should I give you another mark on your forehead or something? So that be the way the beast go take off with that. Finally, I get yeah, I don't know. Let me add. Oh wow. Good evening, sir. Okay, you have to unmute your mic. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I didn't even know you are the one. I just looking at the face. And
Thank you, sir.
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have something to say about all the conspiracy theories? Or
I'm still observing, sir.
okay, yeah, I understand. Thank you very much. So, guys, that is the much we can take on this. It's just a 30-minute program. By tomorrow, yeah, something interesting is happening tomorrow. You know, we have this radio program we run, we call the Hangouts. Myself and some other colleagues involved, Kelechi Nkoro, Deji Faremi, Dr. Squared, Titus Bankole, and even Okun. So tomorrow being Friday, we'll be having the Hangout live for 1 hour from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. for 1 hour, the Hangout tomorrow. It's going to be everything Hangout should be, but this is just a virtual program. So that way, we're just going to talk. We won't make it open for people to join in like this. But today I just wanted to at least get for us to interact on the conspiracy theories all around the world about coronavirus. So let me just give a rundown of some of the theories again. Number one, that coronavirus was released by Bill Gates. We talked about that. That 5G is the cause of coronavirus. That's not one theory. It's not true. Bill Gates didn't create the virus, and Bill Gates didn't release the virus. And also, okay, this one, that the virus was created by USA. This is very difficult. It's a very controversial one, and the debate is still on. Yes, the debate is on, whether it's created by the US or not. Then another one is that the virus was created in a Chinese lab and mistakenly it escaped from the lab. So this is also still a controversy, but somehow people they talk say it's not a man-made virus, it's a virus from animal. And then that the virus was created for pharmaceutical companies to make more money. So we don't really know about that. I'm not mentioning these theories to say they are wrong or right, but I've given some reasons why for you to think about what to believe and get to decide what you believe. And the reason is that, number one, the last one is that it's a biological weapon. So we've talked about some of this. If you've just joined us, you can see this video again online on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. So it will be available for you to see again and get to see the explanation and the reasons behind some of these theories. So at this point, guys, I want to say thank you very much for your time and thank you for joining in. I think we can squeeze in. Shay, do you have something to say about the conspiracy theories?
Yes, in fact, do. Good afternoon.
Go on. You're live.
There are so many conspiracy theories, and it's sickening. So many weird ones propagated by people who you wouldn't expect it from, basically. Yeah. And I think we can all agree that the worst one so far is 5G. 5G and coronavirus. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think
that's to touch on anyone.
No, not really. I just wanted to hear from you and listen to what you have to say.
Wow. You joined in late though. It's
yes,
a 30-minute program. We just want to keep it brief. Yeah. So
okay.
I've really explained the reasons behind some of these theories, and like the 5G own. Yeah, it's very silly, really, to think of. That,
very silly.
Very silly.
Yes.
But then, it's very crazy. But aside that, really, again, is that new things always come with opposition. There is no approach, there's no technology that will not be opposed.
Okay.
Some time ago, some people opposed the idea of planes flying. I read about the position of religious bodies on aeroplane at one point, and so many religious bodies believe that having the idea of aeroplane is challenging God, and even
Okay.
rocket. When rocket came, that why should we spend money on something that would travel beyond the cloud to see God?
Yes,
You
yes.
know, but
Even
now we know today that go
the
on.
concept of radio in cars, they challenged it as well. They said it was going to distract people that are driving. And
Yes.
today we have television in cars and things like that. So it's bound to be challenged, but we'll scale through everything. We'll scale through.
Sure, sure.
Yes.
No, that you even mentioned radio reminded me of something. I was reading something about television that once the period during which television was introduced, television programming,
Yes.
most radio owners kick against it. They sponsored, they raised bill in different countries' assembly by lawmakers to at least put laws in place that to prohibit television. Because most radio owners then thought that, okay, the introduction of television will be bad market for them. It's going to
Yes.
affect their business
Yes.
and everything. So, but
Uh-huh.
now we have virtual radio. Almost all
Exactly.
radio stations have broadcast virtually and all the rest.
Uh,
So it's just that.
yes. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, thank you very much, Oshie. Okay, guys. I don't overstay again another 7 minutes. We're very sorry for the poor audio at some point of this broadcast. We'll work on that and see how we can make it better. So thank you very much for your time. This is where I'm going to leave again. But just read up about the theories. They did it for us to honor. It's just for knowledge, really. A time will come, we'll laugh about all of this. So from me, Twitwi Ayenowowon, I say thank you very much for your time. And thank you very, very much. Say you spend your data. It's not easy. We'll do this again on Monday, 30 minutes with me. But on Saturday, to be my wife and I. And on Saturday, we have something very interesting. And that will be for young parents, those who intend to become parents, and even young couple. So it's something very interesting. Let's keep it a date on Saturday, same time. But tomorrow, it's all about the hangouts. So bye for now. I say see you tomorrow.